The NFL draft is a dream come true, and I don't want these guys to take it for granted. Once you get drafted, it's go time. They may not have a clue what to expect during their rookie season, but I'm here to help. Football's not a hobby. At this level, it's a job. I know what it takes to make it in the NFL, and I want to see if they do too. And train the muscle memory that I still got to get rid of it. Getting hammered in the press and on social media. Get used to it. I didn't even know that they were filming. Favorite coach got fired. Deal with it. Move on. You're going to need that spirit again in the NFL, man. Competition at your position. Just block it out and get it done. That's a great throw, by the way.
Thank you.
They're never going to forget this, and I'm not going to let them. So here we go. This is their wake-up call. Why don't you get up on the whiteboard now that we've watched some highlights, and just, I'd like for you to install for me one of your favorite pass concepts, plays, from either your days at ECU or UVA. Install for me a play, but I want to know not only the play, like the X's and O's, but I want to know the terminology, why you call it that, what each thing means.
All right, we're going to start in the ace formation, just 2x2.
Okay, so you called that ace.
Yep, ace.
Okay.
So
and that's your tight end detached.
Yeah, so he would be more like a skill player, and if we attached him, it'd be like ace right, and then he'd become a tight end.
So your personnel grouping would actually change based on ace right or ace.
Yeah, so
was your H your slot position and you moved him around?
Yeah.
And your F was your running back?
Yes.
That's completely flipped from most offenses.
Exactly.
Okay.
So that's like, I have to keep on like switching him when I draw him.
It's hilarious how coaches are, right? It's like, well, this would be super confusing, so let's do it this way.
Yep.
That cracks me up. Okay.
That's what it's all about. So
coaches always win though, right?
They do. So basically they just know that 95 is a certain play. And wherever the Y is, that indicates where the starting point of the main concept comes from.
Okay.
Virginia was opposite. We had some of these, but it was more like a name and then a name with formation.
This is ECU.
This is ECU.
Okay.
This is like day one install, bread and butter.
You love this play.
Love this play. So we have a outside release fade, a 5-yard out, an under over, so under 1, over 2. Heel hot if they blitz from this side.
Okay.
We have a post curl on the backside. It's going to be 15 back. Back right means he's checking the backer to his side, not the mic. Okay. And then he's going to swing out. And so this play, why I liked it, I had a lot of freedom to change this part of it.
Okay.
So if I knew that it was going to be cover 4, I would give him a post check, and then I would have him going a 10-yard out instead of a quick out.
See, this is fascinating because we ran this play this year for the very first time, and we had a lot of success with it. And some of these variations you're showing me are, I think, better than what we were even doing.
Yeah.
Okay, so 4 or 5 years ago at East Carolina, as a young player, I think some of the stuff that you were being coached to do is actually better than what we're doing at the NFL level.
It's
and
exciting.
I think this can give defenses even more fits. And I love it. You'll still see this play in the NFL.
Yeah.
Chip Kelly runs it a ton.
Yep.
He's obviously not in the NFL anymore, but he ran it a ton and had success. So a lot of teams have picked it up now, and you'll see it. And if you don't see it, that's the kind of play I would suggest because we ran it last year and it had a lot of success.
Yeah. Opening this connection and having this resource that he is and having somewhat of a mentor down the line will be really influential in my career.
Let me just show you I'll show you the variation that we had in the NFL.
Perfect.
So you can get a feel for, okay, this is a play that you've run and you know, and it may get installed in OTAs week 3 or 4. And to just say, okay, here's the NFL version of the same thing. So you can get a feel for what's different or what's the same. But we would have called that double right tout, ride 2-jet Philly. We said ride 2-jet, meaning the back, it was 2-jet protection. We can get into protections in a minute, but the back was going across the formation. And then we actually had code words then in 2 minute to get in our 2x2 sets and then code word into this same play.
Is 2 minute pretty easy?
2 minute, you know, there's so many different phases of the game.
Yeah. And
2 minute is such a big part because, we can leave that for a second, but when you guys played UConn, you were up 21-0, 24-0. In the NFL, that just doesn't happen. It rarely happens. So every game seemingly comes down to the last 2 minutes.
Yeah.
And so you've got to be masters at 2 minute. And what tends to happen in 2 minute as an offense is your playbook simplifies, your formation simplifies, your plays you can run simplified, but you've got to be moving and you've got to call it. And the clock does not stop when you get a first down.
Yeah.
So it's that much more important to save time and to be efficient. I think that's a good step when you feel like, you know what, I want to call my own 2 minute. That's a good indicator to you that I'm starting to learn this offense and know it and have an answer for why we do things.
That's awesome.
You know, and if you don't feel that way, then, you know, figure out why and go back to work and talk to coaches until you do get comfortable enough.
That's really good insight.
I think one thing you can do as a player is once you get comfortable with the offense, specifically the hand signals and the 2-minute plan, is to really work on, could I run a 2-minute right now? Being able to think for the coach, if you will, is a big step in 2-minute. But what's more important is in the final 2 minutes of a game, whether you're huddling or hurrying up, you better be on the screws. You've got to be on it. And I think that's what you want to practice even more so than just, you know, the hurry up.
Yeah.
And it's the mechanics of owning it so that you can call the plays. I think I'm in that place now with the Vikings where I want to be able to call my own 2-minute, and I want to be able to say, you know, like, I'll hear your suggestions, but let me pick it. Because when you're the one calling it, you have total ownership and you have a why behind it.
Confidence in each throw. And that's awesome. How do you get better in the pocket?
Football is very challenging to practice because it's unlike basketball. You can't go to the gym and play pickup football. Yeah. You know, LeBron James can go to a YMCA in the offseason and play 5-on-5 and at least get some semblance of the real thing. Yeah. We can't go down to the park and play 11-on-11 sophisticated football. Yeah. We just can't. And so learn to throw with a base. Yeah. So that, and you have the arm to do it. And I haven't studied all your tape, and a lot of it is moving out of the pocket. But in the pocket, and Kyle Shanahan used to really emphasize this, but the ability to, with your feet in the ground, just throw with your back hip and your shoulder turn. To be able to drive all your power from your back hip and your shoulder turn, even with your feet in the ground, because the NFL pocket gets so condensed that you really can't take that 6-inch step. You really can't just follow through and bring your back leg through. You have to be able to, from right here, with a guy in your face, just right here. Yeah. And it may be dropping your arm angle here. It may be coming over the top. But when a pocket is really bad, you have to be able to just stare down the barrel and make the throw, as you know from playing in the ACC. But my point is if your body can't do that, if you haven't trained your body to make those throws from a base, just standing here and, you know, I don't, the guy's open over here, but I don't have the time or the ability to do this. Yeah. I literally, from here, from this base, have to make a throw over there. Yeah. And if you haven't trained your body to do that, you're not going to be very comfortable in the pocket because the minute you see that guy open and the pocket's condensed, you just take a sack or you run away because you realize I can't make that throw. Yeah. So I would say train your body to make awkward throws from the pocket so that when you're in the pocket, you feel comfortable because you say, I've trained my body to do this. Yeah. I've trained my body to be uncomfortable. Well, I'd love to just toss a little bit.
Let's do it.
We talk about, you know, how we handle those fundamentals like you were saying in the pocket, and a little bit about taking care of your arm and making sure you're still able to sling it in 10 years. All right?
Perfect.